All right, it is knife time once again, and it is a lovely Bowie Thursday afternoon, almost evening, and yeah, we're gonna get into our Bowie project here in a minute. But update: I found my misplaced Kaiser Drop Bear 2 that has the button actuated top liner lock. I like this knife. But I'm at a place right now where I've been craving a more, let's say, traditional knife. Like the old Buck 112 Ranger I put the thumb stud on. I've been carrying this since I misplaced this. And I really dig this. But yet, and hence is my conundrum with the modern style knives I have so many of, is my heart yearns for a carbon steel blade for my little pocket knife. For when I make myself an apple or I cut up the goats something or whatever, I want that blade to get like a cool patina, and like that way it tells more of a story for my everyday carry, you know? And the choices are very, very limited for a nice locking blade, carbon steel knife. So I was thinking I might make me a lock back. I've made slip joints in the past. A couple years back, I made a few slip joints for myself. I figure it might be very similar. I'm gonna look at some patterns on the internet tonight and see if I could wrap my feeble mind around that. But let's make haste. I'm wearing eye protection. Even though I'm just using hand tools and stuff, you know what? There's one place you need to be at present, and that's when we're in the shop. We don't horseplay, we don't monkey around. This is not a gymnasium. When you're in the shop, we gotta be where we are, you know? No jiving around in the shop. Playing with a live edge here, you know what I'm saying? So for all purposes, this is basically a SZCO stainless. Get the carbon steel, the stainless, whatever. That's what we're using for this project. For this Bowie Blaster, we're gonna make ourselves a badass fighter / field Bowie here for your purposes. And so, yeah. I don't know how to splice film and stuff together or none of that stuff, so you guys are gonna sit here and listen to me ramble while I put a little bit of protective tape on the handle here. Not too much, but I'm going to, because I'm going to do a cloth around it. But we're going to watch that live edge as well. I hope everybody is having a decent day. I've had a challenging week. But, you know, when certain things end, other things begin. New cycles. New time for new growth. I wish my tape wasn't so wonky. I'd be getting this done in half the time, but then we wouldn't have so much time to hang out, now would we? Alright, so take care and focus, and don't film a video unless you want to while you're making your knife, your live edge knife ready for this project. Alright, you guys? But protect that nice handle. Even if your handle isn't that nice, protect it, alright? And now what are we going to do? We're going to, if you got the dinger-do with your thing-a-do, with your Bowie, keep that on there. Get yourself a knife. And now keep in mind, this is just a precursor safety thing, alright? Be very careful doing this. But we're going to tape this live edge up. But this doesn't make it safe, alright? Remember, be very self-aware. Be aware of your surroundings when you are working with the live edge. Be very careful with your fingertips when you're working with a live edge here. Getting this tape on here. And we're going to do a few layers of tape. And this protects the blade too in case we slip or whatever with our tools, our hand tools. We don't want to damage this. For this is going to be a prideful piece in our knife collection because we put some work into it, you guys. Isn't that cool? You're making yourself a fine tool. A fine tool. And not just in my opinion, in the opinion of the man and master bladesmith, Bill Bagwell, who wrote the article we're going to be following for this series of videos. And as per the article, Mr. Bagwell states that this handguard here is too bulky and long, too long. It's too bulky and long, and it impedes the full use and functionality of the knife, and I would tend to agree. It's more for fashion. You know, people buy these and they don't really... I mean, a lot of people nowadays have been beating the hell out of these SZCOs. These have made a pretty popular knife the last few years on the interwebs. For their good chunk of steel for a very affordable price, especially right now, you guys. If you want to do this project, these things are 20-some bucks, whatever one you pick right now. So this is a good time to do this project if you just want to fool around and learn some kniferys. There you go. Alright, now remember, that's not safe. It's more to protect the knife than you, but you could bump that lightly and not harm yourself. And we got a slight cutting. Now, I had this little piece of wood laying around, and I'm going to utilize this because you see our little hook there? Little bird's head at the back. That means when we go to put it in the vise, it would be all wonkadoodled. And the way I'm having to put this in the vise so you guys can see me cutting is ridiculous. So, alright. I'm going to utilize this old dirty microfiber to protect the knife more. Yeah. I had to put my vise in a weird place. Make sure that your vise is clamped down so you don't have a big live blade flopping around. You know what I'm saying, people? You gotta be careful here. I think it's a shame that they don't really have shop classes anymore. I think that's a crying shame that schools don't have shop classes and stuff. I learned a lot. I mean, I learned a lot hunting, jerking around the garage growing up, mostly. And my dad taught me a lot of cool stuff, like how to weld and such, but, yeah. Alright, we don't need that too tight, nice and snug. Now, I'm going to have a funky angle here. But like I said, now I got an old, worn-out ass hacksaw. Don't do that to yourself. Get yourself a nice hacksaw. Uncle Junk's moving slow. Now, as per Mr. Bill Bagwell, we want to cut this right on the curves of the S guard. Give yourself a little bit of leeway if you're not sure. Go slow, go steady. Don't be all crazy and maniacal. Think, I'm going to get through this fast. Take your time, slow and steady, all right? You can always just take your time. That way you don't have to be like, damn it, and scrap your project, all right? So we're going to take it slow and steady. I'm going to start cutting right on that bend, and I'm going to go straight down as I can. Like I said, I'm in a funky setup here so y'all can see. You guys are going to watch me cut through at least one half of this thing, because that's the rules. And I'm going to cut mine a bit long because I'm going to do some filing. Oh boy, I am. Alright. Isn't that a wonderful noise? No, I'm cutting pretty straight down. Make sure you're not cutting into anything else, just your guard. Look at that. Alright. I'm not going to make you live through the other half. So now what we do is this. You should have yourself some files. You can order them from Harbor Freight or Amazon or whatever. It's going to be fine. Mine's a little crooked, but it's still well within the bend of the guard. So take yourself your file and give this shape whatever shape you want. Don't go too much shorter than past that bend, all right? You want to get rid of that bend, obviously. See that bend we got there from the S curve? You're going to take your time filing it. Like I said, you can place this. Like I said, be careful, be aware. Tape this up, get yourself an old cloth. Alright. I'm gearing this more towards, slight beginner going into intermediate people. Shop class, you guys. So I know all you advanced guys out there pulling your hair out. And I don't do no practice runs, and I don't reset no cameras. We just do it. We just do it, you guys. And I'm just giving you guys a slight example of the work you need to be doing. Alright, okay, no, not too tight. And you take your file, and you take your time, guys. Get your shape. Now you could give yourself just like a nice blocked off rectangle shape. I'm going to give myself a nice, take my time, and I'm not going to mess so much with the middle height. I'm going to take my time, and I'm not going to cut into the handle area where the guard is. I'm just going to take my time and do a nice sloping, to where when my guard's done, it's going to be a nice oval, like, a long oval. Very similar to a cold steel Natchez type oval guard, or Laredo. And I'm going to take my time doing this. And you do that too. Now, watch your edge. You may want to... Well, see, no, because this is going to be in the way. You may want to put yourself a layer of cardboard over this and secure it with your tape. I'm being very aware of my edge. Stay in the zone. Don't let little Jimmy or Jenny get in the way. Don't let them jump up on your workspace. And you could do this anywhere. You could use a small vise, very simple hand tools. You're going to want to get yourself, I was thinking, you're going to want to get yourself a half round file as well for this project, in my opinion, for when we sharpen up the swedge. Take your time. I know some of you guys are like, Uncle John, he has too much time on his hands. I'm firing up my grinder and I'm doing this. Okay, that's cool. Just take your time. Make sure you don't ruin what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You can always file off more. You can't file off less. It's hard to replace material. Once it's off, it's off. You don't want to go. You want to keep your guard about 2 7/8, 3 inches. All right? You don't want to go too much under that. That's about the size guard you want, as per the sample knife in the Soldier of Fortune magazine. The guard measured, when done, 2 7/8. 2 7/8 inches, almost 3 inches. And take your time and shape your guard. All right? And make it cool. I know this has probably been nerve-wracking for some, but this is our Bowie adventure we're doing together. I'm going to wrap this up. You know, you can cut. You're going to want to cut both yours at once. I'm just doing a little example here. Take your time. Take your time filing it. Alright, next installment, you'll see my guard finished. If you want to see more video of the guard work, let me know. I can post photos. I'm going to take some photos of the guard work. I can post those. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments, ask me in the email, ask me in the community section of the page. Take your time. Focus, power. Okay. This is edging, dangerous stuff. Focus. This is something cool you get to keep forever and use. So you want it to turn out really cool. I'll be able to put this in a different angle where I can work on it easier and stuff when I'm not showing you guys, but I'm just showing you guys. So nice, slow, don't go all crazy, alright? Take your time. Don't work too much of the middle away. We need that height. We need that almost 3 inch, 2 inch, 7/8 inch, you know? Almost 3 inch guard. Don't take too much away from that. We'll get ourselves whatever shape you want. You can just file it smooth, do what you want. You can leave it rough if you want. You do you. This is your knife. I'm thinking about firing up an Instagram for the page. You guys, that way if you guys have an Instagram, if you don't have a YouTube, you can share your progress with your Bowie knife and show me. I'll probably be posting that information in the next few days. I'm not very technologically advanced, so it takes me a while to get those types of things handled than it does. Takes me more time than it does other people that are more technologically advanced. I work with my hands. All right. Everyone have a good evening. Enjoy your Bowie Thursday. Take your time with your Bowie boy. All right? I'm not going to make you wait. I'm going to get this side trimmed off here in a second. I'm not going to make you guys wait a whole week to do another segment on this. I'm going to finish this up over in the next few days, and then we'll move on to the next step. And I'm going to bring the magazine out. We're going to get into that a little bit more, into Mr. Bagwell's article. I don't want to plagiarize or violate any of his work. He's passed on to the next realm now, but I still don't want to disrespect any of his work or, his book. I don't know if his book's still in print. If you can find a copy of it, it's pretty expensive. And getting yourself a copy of that magazine. They're on eBay. They're about $20. I've seen them. But here we go. That's the beginning. Get your guard done. Take your time. Be careful. Be where you are. Safety gear. No horseplay. All right, guys. I hope everyone's having a great week. A great Bowie Thursday. Remember, take your time. This is going to be your cool thing. I can't wait to see other people's examples. All right. Watch your top knot.